Hey bosses, it's Nina. So today I wanted to talk about the new 2017 Webinar Jam and do a Webinar Jam review of the new features and what's available. Webinar Jam now has a totally new platform. And some of it's it reminds me of yesteryear of Webinar Jam, but in general, it's a lot better, a lot easier to navigate. I've been playing around with it for about a week or so. It's officially released today, so I wanted to give you guys just a review of what's going on. Quick time out. I try to go as fast as I can, but it does take some time to go through all of the features or most of the features. So make sure you stay to the end. I did add a couple of tips, but it is going to be a little bit longer than my normal tutorials on YouTube. My bad. They do have a 67 getting started video. What I love about Webinar Jam is that they have videos along the way. There's a couple of apps that do this. I think Thinkific might do that too. But basically, as you click on things, it gives you little tips. Before we start, I do want to explain to you that they have released two features that are really important to me. You can go live on YouTube and then you can go live on Facebook. So you can do Facebook Live from Webinar Jam. I have not tried it yet. I will be trying it between today and tomorrow. Note that it's only on your Facebook Live page for now. At least that's what came up from me. So anyways, let's jump into it. So after the quick start, you'll see my webinars. I do have a webinar scheduled for today on how to create landing pages. So if you're not signed up, I'll leave the link below and I'll be able to give you another review on running webinars after that. But these are my current webinars. As always, you can clone them. It makes it a lot easier. When you clone them, I'm just going to show you real quick. It basically takes you through the wizard that you had set up. And so since I already have one set up, I'm just going to go through the wizard and kind of give you guys a review of the features instead of starting from scratch. But you do, under new webinar, you go over basically the similar steps. So starting at configuration, basically here, all you have to do is edit configuration and you add the name, and this is for your internal name, and then the webinar title. I love that it does this because I organize my webinars and different contexts with my own naming convention. Okay. Webinar description. This is just a short description, but it basically gives you a description of, of your webinar, things like that. You'll be filling in like the benefits, the 5 steps, or, about the instructor a little bit later. You can choose the language here. Notice as I hover over things, it gives you little tips. It is kind of annoying, but I have learned a few things as I go through each of the steps. So I'm keeping them on for now. If you want to turn them off, you can turn them off here, or when you first log in, you'll also see it here on your bottom right-hand corner. Okay. I always publish my webinars publicly, so anybody can find it. However, if you just want this for your own group, you can say do not list your webinar. So if you're a corporation or anything like that and not trying to get more marketers to sign up, you do pick your industry here. And so I just picked internet marketing and e-commerce. On your left-hand side, I already have an image here, but you would basically just click here, upload a picture, and you're good to go. Now, this is your image that shows on your main page and things like that for your webinar. Your presenters, and I actually need to change this, which is funny. So your presenters, you basically can add different people. So I'm going to act like I don't have this person here. Click on confirm. So when you click on edit configuration, you have a new person, new trainer, their email address, and whatever their bio, you can copy and paste. Okay. They can either be a presenter or a moderator. So notice you can go between the two, and it gives you the options or the explanation here on the article. But if you have someone that's just helping you out, they're going to be doing comments and responding to comments and kind of helping you out there. That's where you do that. And you would just add another presenter Notice the difference. This gives you owner access and presenter rights. The moderator actually just gives you options to moderate it. Okay. You do have to confirm at each step. Don't forget that. You can configure the webinar provider. So I'm going to click on here. This is where you choose either JamCast, YouTube Live, which is amazing, and Facebook Live. Now, let me just close this real quick. YouTube Live actually gives you a link to YouTube. So you have to actually set this up. Notice I am logged in. There's a reset down here. So it's an easy walkthrough. Just let it help you walk through. Make sure you do have your YouTube channel set up first. Facebook Live, this is the first time I'm seeing this, that you have to upgrade. So if I want to upgrade, I have to upgrade to JamCast. Let's see how much this is. This is going to make me... Okay. So this is actually pretty good. It's only $5.99 compared to some of these other things that are like $20. I'm actually okay with paying $5.99. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. Let me just see. It looks like it's month to month. Presenter, YouTube Live. I'm going to upgrade it and I'll do a separate video on going live with Facebook at another time. But the broadcasting capabilities will be separate. For now, I'm just going to choose JamCast, which actually it's going to be YouTube Live. Sorry, I'm going to choose YouTube Live and confirm. And normally I would click on yes, but I think, at the top I have to confirm the information. There you go. Click on next. And then as I go through here, the webinar schedules. So you can schedule multiple webinars. So say I'm doing the landing page webinar that I'm doing on Monday, also Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or at 12, 1, and 2. Whatever your schedule is, you can add each of these. So you just keep on adding them. You would select the date, select the time. Let's go with 1 a.m. Eastern time, and then you can add. Okay, so I'm going to delete this for now. You can say there's a series of presentations and webinars. And this is more for if you do like weekly webinars, like every Monday and Wednesday, we do webinars, and you just want people to be able to sign up for all of them, the whole series, you can do that. That's if you have continuing webinars. I'm going to click on confirm and move to next. Registration pages. So I'm going to click on here and click on edit configuration. So they have a lot here. I do want to point out that if you have something like lead pages or Insta pages or anything like that, you can integrate that. But here, I'm just going to go ahead and use the templates that they have. You would use customize or use your own design and website. Okay. So I'm just going to pick one of the templates. This is a template I have already, but let's go ahead and customize. Actually, I'll go ahead and use the one that I have so you can see. Okay, this is really easy. It's just point and click. So you hover over whatever you want to change. And just to let you know, you don't have a lot of options as far as customizing, adding different blocks and all of that kind of stuff. It's basically click here, upload a picture. Click here, change the text. You can make certain things bold, add a link. Sometimes you can change the text color and size. Same thing here, but you'll notice just different places. Like here, I would really want to do like bullets, but I can't. So you want to pick a template that makes sense for you. Here I changed the text. Again, I just went in here and changed it. It used to say join. I changed the background color and text color. This is one of the few things that it did let me change. This is not editable. It actually just pulls from the dates that you've created. And then at the bottom, whoever comes to your page can convert to their own time zone. And I do like that because, you know, you have people who join from around the world. Okay. You can choose to change the background color. I'm going to leave mine as white, but that is up there also. You can also add an image. I'm going to go to actions. Notice you can preview it. Okay, and this is actually for my webinar tonight. It's a landing page. But so this is the one that I selected. If you want to add videos, there's, I'm going to go ahead and go back, save and exit. Okay. There's some with videos, there's countdowns, different things like that. Just know that whatever's on the page, you can remove things, but you cannot necessarily add different blocks. So if I don't want something, like I don't want this icon, I can click on the X, right? But I cannot necessarily add things. This is here at the bottom right hand corner because I checked something to put my affiliate link there. Okay, so I'm going to cancel and exit. After you get your page exactly how you want, you're going to confirm that and go to your registration form fields. Now, most people know that you should only have someone put in information that's necessary, because the less information they have to put in, the better it is, better chance you have of them converting. You want to get a bunch of people signing up. So if you look here, I have the first name and you have the email address, which is usually what you need. Webinar Jam does give you the option to send out SMSs and phone calls, so you can actually add that if you'd like, and then you would just choose which fields are mandatory. I'm going to leave it as is. You can charge, so if there's a cost, you can charge your registration fee, and you would go through all of that, and you add your payment URL. Password protected if you do want to set a password for people joining. And then your notifications. I would highly suggest that you craft your notifications before you actually come in here. It's a little hard to edit in here, but it's the normal sequence of webinars. So the welcome message that they get after they sign up, the pre-webinar reminder that's about 24 hours in advance, 15 minutes before, and then post webinar. So after the webinar. Each of these you can edit or add additional emails. So some people like to send like an email like the day of. So I can add an email here, send this email, and you can say 8 hours before the webinar. Some people do 8 hours, 90 minutes, and 15. It's a bit excessive for me, but you can do what you want. Your email subject is here. You can go through the body, and when you're going through and editing it, a lot of this information, you can use a shortcut code. So like if you want to use their first name or their last name, if you requested that, right? The time, the link to the live room, all of that information you could add here. I usually just leave the setup and then change the text here. I did not see a way that you can insert HTML code, which kind of upsets me. I see this down here. I don't really know how this works because it doesn't really toggle. So I'm going to email them about it. They just released it, so I'm going to see if maybe this is supposed to do something else. But I would love to be able to put HTML in here. Okay, you could send a test message to yourself. I've done that. That works very well. I'm going to cancel that. So each of your emails, you just go in there and edit them and then move on to the next step. Remember, you do have to confirm at each step. Integrations. This is the cool part. So MailChimp, I believe it asked me for my API. If you guys don't know how to find that in MailChimp, let me know. Leave comments below and I'll do a video on how to, on what API keys are and how you integrate applications. Anyways, for MailChimp, I use MailChimp. Notice there's Aweber, ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft, iContact, Carta, Entreport, and blah, blah, blah. There's more and more, but the point is you should be able to integrate with your mail system. If you don't see it up here, you can use Zapier. They basically integrate with everything in the world, but I'm going to use MailChimp. Click on Edit. What I do love about this is for one of my webinars, if they actually register, they get added to one landing page. And then if they miss it, not one landing page, one list, I can add them to another list. And if they leave early, if they stay until the end or at least 45 minutes, whatever it is, when they join the live room, all this kind of stuff. You can add them to different lists. What this enables you to do is go back and target those lists. Like, hey, I see you registered, but you didn't make it to the webinar. Or, hey, I see you didn't get to see the entire webinar, so I'm going to go ahead and send you the replay. However you like to use that. I just love that they have rules. Of course, I would love to go a lot deeper, but for now, that's good enough. I am signed up as an affiliate, so I don't have it here, but I can actually have my affiliate link. So if anyone joins Webinar Jam from my live webinar, I would get credit for that. They can integrate into third-party tracking systems. For me, I'm not going to go through all of this, but because I don't want to show my information there, but you could put different code on your landing page, your thank you page. Usually this is used by Facebook ads or Google ads, Twitter ads, any of your ads that you're doing. All your code is in there, and it very simply says like main page, thank you page, etc. So you basically just copy and paste. Next is your thank you, and it's weird that they have it separate, but you select your thank you page here. But here's where you enable auto subscription. So in other words, people are automatically registered for your upcoming webinars. So I definitely turn that on. Survey, you can do any webinar surveys, so you can add different questions. And after they register, they're going to actually see this on their thank you page. And you can actually do that, or you can load it through or during your webinar. Okay, here's all the features for live. And I know you guys, it's taking a long time, but we're almost to the end, and I'm trying to show you everything so you can make your decision whether this is right for you. So I'm not going to go through customizing all of these features, but I am going to show you. There's different templates for the countdown page. And I actually just thought about it. I didn't configure this. Aha. So I have to go configure my countdown page. That means if somebody shows up and you're not actually, the webinar isn't started, it will show them that page with the countdown. Your polls, so these are asking questions. We talked about this a little bit. So if you want to say, where are you at in your business? How long have you been in business? Whatever questions you want to ask. Pre-configured offers. So I did put the offer to my Pink Boss Academy, so I don't have to look for a link or, try to fumble around. Everything's in there, and I can just add this and I'll show it during the live stream. Pre-configured video. So you can record pre-recorded video. So you can do your entire webinar if you'd like. So if you have a webinar and you want to record the training before, so maybe you're afraid of doing webinars, you can actually upload it. Maybe this is your promo video, whatever it is, your intro, you can actually do that there. You could also pre-configure file sharing, so if it's like a PDF or anything like that, you can do that. And then your slide presentation. Okay, moving on, we're almost there. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to this video. Ask any questions below. Okay, replay. Oops, confirm, and confirm. A little annoying. The replay, this is where you select exactly, all the details about your replay. So do you want to have people be able to click the link in the email, come back and watch the webinar, or do you want to disable that? Like basically you have to be there or you missed it. The next one is you can configure your options. So is it the exact same thing, or can you upload, do you want to upload a pre-recorded video, or do you want them to go somewhere else? Like after a while, they'll go to my Pink Boss Academy, whatever it is. You could set up the expiration time, 48 hours is standard, and you can decide whether people can submit questions or not during the replay. I always want people to ask questions, so I just put in my email address and they'll send the questions to me. Okay, let's finish this out. So if you go to next, you'll see finish. Congratulations, what's next? Then you go into the testing and the live webinar features. So I am going to do a test. I'm not sure if I'm going to record it. If I do, I will be back. Otherwise, this is just the overview of the new kind of setup. I'm going to jump into the analytics really quick, just so you guys can see. I was under my webinars. When you start, you'll go to new webinars. Analytics, excuse me. I can go to my landing page, my original one for today. Okay. And you can see your conversion rate. So out of 115 unique visitors, I had 60 people register. That's actually pretty good because I didn't really do, a lot of advertising and all of that. It was just more of, hey, you guys, you want to learn about landing pages? So anyways, 60 registrants. And then after this is done, I will be able to see how many people were live and then how many people replayed after. There's different ways to also see. You could actually put in some code on your page where you're selling something, and you can see how many people purchased there. Again, I'm not going to get into that unless you guys want me to. If so, then just go ahead and click in the comments below and let me know that you want to know more about how to kind of track your sales from webinars. I'm trying the feature tonight, so I'll let you know how it goes. And then I'm going to close this because it actually has the register information. Last two things that I want to point out is at the top, you do have a lot of training information, and then your support, you could submit support tickets, and then their community is actually pretty cool. So that's my overview of the new webinar jam. Hey, it's Nina. I hope you liked that video. If you did, go ahead and head over to my 30in30.club. That is a free course on how to create 30 social media graphics in 30 minutes. It's a course I created because there's tons of entrepreneurs that I found are spending way too much time creating social media posts and graphics when they should be just working on their business, right? So head over there. It's absolutely free. The link is below. And then let me know if you have any questions. All right. Ciao.